Hello class, welcome. This is E-Core History 1112, World Civilization 2. My name is Dr. Long and I'll be your professor for this semester. Now, I teach at Georgia Highlands College in Rome, Georgia, up in the northwest corner of the state, and I'm delighted to have you this semester. I've taught with E-Core for a number of semesters and I really enjoy it and hope that you do as well. I hope that you learn a lot this semester. I hope that you certainly stay safe during these odd times with coronavirus. And I should say from the very beginning, if you do have any issues with coronavirus during the semester, please reach out to me and I'm more than happy to work with you. Now, for this first week of class, our first week of class will be Monday, January 11th until Friday, January 15th. There are several things you need to do to orient yourself in the class before we begin our regular unit work. We have unit work that in our class is broken into 8 different units. So for this week, this is the introductory week. Please go to the Start Here tab. It's under Content, and you'll see a number of things to work through, a number of folders to look at, and things to do to orient yourself in the class. So go ahead and do that first, and that will allow you to sort of figure out where things are in the class so that when we get started with Unit 1, you won't be lost. You'll notice as well that there are 2 mandatory assignments this week related to the materials that you will go through. There is an introductory quiz and an introductory discussion, and the mandatory attendance quiz and introductory discussion. And the purpose of these are to familiarize yourself with the class to make sure that you're not lost. And they also are together worth 1% of your course grade. So it is important that you do them, both so that you're not lost in the class and because they count as a small grade. Now, the mandatory attendance quiz and the introduction discussion, those are both due on Friday, January 15th at 11:59 p.m. So please make sure that you do those in a timely manner. Now, during the first week of our class, in addition to working through the Start Here materials and the quiz and discussion that's associated with those, please also look around GoView and familiarize yourself with where things are located as part of this. Also, please read the syllabus very carefully. The syllabus is located under the Syllabus tab. It details many things that are important for the class, my contact information, the course schedule, what we're doing from week to week, major policies, and so forth. And I would encourage you to read it carefully and to refer back to it as a resource throughout the semester. Now, another very important document that you'll see, and this is on the syllabus, but it's pulled out separately for your convenience, is the course schedule. And you'll see it under a tab in GoView as well. And the course schedule tells you what we're doing from week to week, from unit to unit, and I encourage you to make use of this. That way that you're not surprised by any deadlines and that you can budget your time accordingly. Speaking of deadlines, there's also a calendar function in GoView that will remind you of upcoming deadlines. And I will post announcements and send out emails that detail assignments and remind you of due dates as well. So you have multiple ways in which you're reminded of due dates, and I would encourage you to pay attention to all of those. And I should say that if you need to work ahead for the unit assignments, that you can do so. For instance, if you have a vacation planned or spring break and so forth. Now, this is an online class, and so that means that you do need to be online on a regular basis. The benefit of an online class, and perhaps this is why you signed up for it, is that it gives you a lot of flexibility, particularly for your schedule, right? And that is one of the best things about an online class. Not only that, but the interaction online can be quite interesting as well. I hope you find that with some of these discussions with your classmates. There is, though, a double-edged sword to online classes. The other aspect is while you have a lot of freedom and flexibility with your schedule, it does mean that you do have to manage your time. There are real deadlines in this class, and so you do need to make sure that you abide by them so that you don't fall too far behind. So because of that, that's why I'm stressing that that you need to pay attention to deadlines, to the course schedule, to the calendar reminder, to announcements, and so forth. And it is important that not only do you consider the deadlines, but do note that before you complete quizzes and discussions that you'll have for every unit, you also have to review materials for that. You have readings, in some cases you have videos to watch, and you need to do that before you do any unit quizzes or discussions. So please build in time to do that before you actually do the graded work. Now, as part of all this with an online class, I would encourage you to make a habit of logging on to GoView on a fairly regular basis, right? I log on to GoView quite a bit, usually every day, a little less so on the weekends, but I'm on there quite a bit. But in your case, as a student, I would recommend that you're on GoView on a regular basis. That way you'll see announcements that I post about various things, particularly assignments. You'll have time to do the materials and complete assignments. And if you're not logging on to GoView very often, you're going to miss things. And more than likely, you'll fall behind the class. So just make it a habit to log on to GoView on a regular basis. And it is important in an online class, again, to avoid falling behind, because one problem with an online class, if you fall behind, particularly early on, it can be sometimes difficult to catch up. So again, just to reiterate, please make sure that you manage your time accordingly. Lastly, one thing that's very important in an online class, and certainly this is true in general, but even more so in an online class, is communication. Now, I've listed on the syllabus my institutional email and my GoView email. I encourage you to contact me on GoView if at all possible, but if it's an emergency, you can contact me at my institutional email. But if you have a problem, you have issues, please reach out to me. I'm more than happy to work with you, but if you're not in contact with me, I obviously can't help you, right? So communication is very key. In fact, I would say that one of the worst things you could do is just to sort of drop off the map and not tell me and not reach out at all. You know, I'm here to help you. Please reach out to me if you need it, but I can't help you if we're not in communication, right? So that is very important. So again, welcome to this class. Hope you have a wonderful semester. I hope you learn a lot. If you need anything, again, reach out to me at any time. I check email very regularly on GoView and my institutional email on the weekdays, a little less on the weekends, but I'm still on there quite a bit. So I hope you have a great semester. Stay safe again. Hope you learn a lot, and we'll certainly be in contact as we go along. All right. Talk to you later. Bye now.